Kim Namjoon, widely known as RM, the leader of the globally successful K-pop group BTS, has always shared a close bond with his family. Despite his busy and fast-paced career, his connection with his mother has been a strength throughout his journey to stardom. Recently, a documentary was released that offered a behind-the-scenes look into RM's life, his struggles, and his achievements. The documentary provided a rare glimpse into the personal and professional life of one of the most iconic figures in modern music. Among the many people who watched the documentary, Namjoon's mother was one of the most emotionally impacted. She was deeply moved by the film, which showed her son's growth and his path to his current position as an influential leader and artist. Namjoon's mother has been a quiet supporter of his dreams since he was young. While others may have doubted his choices or urged him to follow a more conventional career, she believed in his passion for music and encouraged him to pursue his dreams. The documentary captured some of the challenges RM faced along the way, whether it was struggling with self-doubt, facing criticism, or balancing the pressures of leading BTS. For Namjoon's mother, seeing these moments unfold on screen made her appreciate even more how hard her son worked to achieve success. Throughout the film, Namjoon reflects on his journey from being a boy with a dream to becoming a global superstar. His humility and sincerity shone through, touching not only his fans but also his mother, who felt an overwhelming sense of pride. Watching the documentary, Namjoon's mother was reminded of the early days of his career. She recalled the sleepless nights he spent writing music and practicing, determined to prove his worth and make a name for himself in the competitive world of K-pop. She also remembered how difficult it was when Namjoon first joined BTS. The group faced numerous obstacles, from financial struggles to low public recognition, and there were times when it seemed uncertain whether BTS would even survive in the industry. Despite these challenges, Namjoon never gave up. His mother witnessed his resilience and perseverance, which ultimately helped BTS rise to become one of the biggest musical acts in the world. Seeing that same determination on screen reaffirmed her belief in his abilities. For Namjoon's mother, the documentary wasn't just a story of fame and success. It was a testament to the sacrifices her son made, the risks he took, and the hard work that got him to where he is today. She was particularly moved by the moments in the film that showed Namjoon's dedication to his fans, known as ARMY. The love and connection between BTS and ARMY were prominently featured in the documentary, highlighting how much their support means to Namjoon and his bandmates. The documentary also touched on RM's love for art, philosophy, and literature, aspects of his personality that his mother always admired. She saw how he continued to grow intellectually and artistically, even as his fame skyrocketed. Namjoon's mother was proud of how grounded he remained despite his global success. The documentary revealed his reflective nature, showing how he often contemplates the weight of his influence and the responsibilities that come with being a role model to millions. The film also captured Namjoon's leadership qualities, how he navigated the challenges of leading a group as dynamic and diverse as BTS. His mother was impressed by his maturity and ability to guide his team while staying true to himself. Watching her son on screen, Namjoon's mother couldn't help but feel emotional. The documentary allowed her to see not just the public figure RM, but also the son she had raised, a thoughtful, hardworking, and compassionate individual. The documentary highlighted Namjoon's relationship with his family as well. Though he rarely talks about them publicly, it was clear that his family played a significant role in shaping the person he is today. His mother was touched to see glimpses of this in the film. Namjoon's mother was also moved by how the documentary showed her son's struggles with fame. She knew that while being a celebrity brought many rewards, it also came with immense pressure and scrutiny, something Namjoon dealt with every day. Despite the challenges, Namjoon has always handled fame with grace. His mother admired how he managed to stay true to his values, never losing sight of who he was or where he came from, even as his star continued to rise. The documentary also explored Namjoon's deep sense of responsibility towards his work, his bandmates, and his fans. His mother could see how much he cared about using his platform to make a positive impact on the world. As the documentary came to an end, Namjoon's mother was filled with an overwhelming sense of pride. She knew how hard her son had worked to get to where he was, and she was grateful that the world could see not just his talent, but also the person behind the music. For Namjoon's mother, Watching the documentary was a powerful reminder of how far her son had come. From his humble beginnings to leading a global phenomenon like BTS, Namjoon's journey was one of perseverance, passion, and growth. In the end, Namjoon's mother was not just proud of his success, but also of the man he had become. The documentary had captured the essence of Namjoon, an artist, a leader, a son, and she couldn't have been prouder of all he had achieved. After watching the documentary, Namjoon's mother found herself reflecting on the early years of his childhood. She remembered the first signs of his deep interest in reading and learning, long before music became his primary focus. It was clear to her, even then, that Namjoon had a special way of thinking, one that would later shape his music and leadership. As Namjoon grew older, his love for words only deepened. His mother recalled how he would often share his thoughts with her, whether it was about life, the world, or the future he envisioned for himself. She always encouraged him to be curious and to seek out knowledge and values that she saw reflected in the documentary. Namjoon's passion for rap and poetry emerged during his teenage years, much to the surprise of his family. His mother initially worried about the uncertainty of a music career, but she trusted Namjoon's dedication and trusted that he would make the right choices for his future. When Namjoon made the bold decision to join BTS, his mother was both excited and nervous. She knew how competitive the music industry was, but she also believed that if anyone could overcome the odds, it would be her son. His unwavering determination was something she admired deeply. Watching the documentary now, Namjoon's mother felt vindicated for believing in his dream. The scenes of his success were powerful, but what touched her even more were the quiet moments that showed her son's integrity, humility, and love for his craft. Over the years, Namjoon had often spoken to his mother about the pressures of being a leader. She knew how hard he worked to keep the group together, especially during challenging times. Seeing how BTS thrived, not just as a group but as brothers, made her incredibly proud. The documentary also revealed Namjoon's vulnerabilities, showing that even with all his success, he still struggled with doubt and the weight of expectations. His mother appreciated the honesty of these moments, knowing that they made him even more relatable to his fans. For Namjoon's mother, the most heartwarming part of the documentary was seeing how much her son had grown, not just as an artist but as a person. His reflections on life, love, and purpose were filled with wisdom, and she was proud of the thoughtful man he had become. The bond between Namjoon and his BTS members was another aspect of the documentary that deeply moved his mother. She had always hoped that Namjoon would find people who shared his values and passions, and she was grateful that he had found a second family in BTS. Namjoon's mother watched him interact with his fans in the documentary. She could see the genuine love and respect he had for them. She knew how much they meant to him, and seeing their mutual admiration was a touching reminder of how far he had come. The documentary also reminded Namjoon's mother of the sacrifices their family had made. There were times when Namjoon's career demanded long periods of separation, and it wasn't always easy. But looking at how much he had achieved, she knew it had all been worth it. Namjoon's mother reflected on her son's impact on people worldwide. The documentary showed clips of fans sharing how BTS's music had helped them through difficult times. Seeing that Namjoon's work had such a positive influence on others filled her with immense pride. The documentary also touched on Namjoon's love for nature and his efforts to promote sustainability. His mother had always encouraged him to be mindful of the world around him, and she was proud to see that he was using his platform to advocate for positive change. As the credits rolled, Namjoon's mother felt an overwhelming sense of fulfillment. She had watched her son grow from a curious, thoughtful boy into a leader who was making a difference in the world. The documentary was a beautiful tribute to that journey. After the documentary, Namjoon's mother shared her feelings with him. She expressed how proud she was of the man he had become, not just because of his success, but because of his character, his compassion, and his unwavering dedication to his dreams.